Jason, this is the process I went through here. So I built two surfaces and brought in a cut fill map. Then I created a grid rectangle like this one right here. And then I used the rock matrix copy command, which basically allows me to say copy this object, and I want to copy it from its origin to its origin, and then put in a number of rows and a number of columns to create a grid. And then hit apply, and that creates me all the grid squares. That I deleted out the grid squares that I didn't need. And then once I've done the grid squares, then I can run the volumes by grid boundary command here. And so you pick original ground, you pick your target surface design, pick all your boundaries. This time I'm going to pick them by layer, and just click on the layer here of an object and say close. And then you can say save the computer grids, and if you do that, it saves them as a file. You can use a reference alignment, but I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use alignment for direction. Put a grid size of 50 feet in here, and then you put in your file name. And when you do this, you basically just put in your file name wherever you want to store it. So let's say desktop, and let's call it grid volumes 2. And say save that, and then apply. At that point now it's generating all the grid volumes and generating a report for me. It's just finishing up, and then it's generated the report. So now if I'm in this report here, I can then just maybe make this a bit wider. Do the same thing for these. And so you get, if you again just do this and kind of format this up a little bit, so you get your grid volumes by cuts and fills for the whole area. Now when we run that report, we could easily run the report and generate the same bits of information as text in the middle of each of those grid squares. That wouldn't be hard to do. If you want us to do that, we can certainly look at it, let me know. And that's kind of how I would go about doing this, I guess, to solve this problem. So if we don't have an easy way, you can I've just pasted the image on here, so again you can just add that as an image if you want to the drawing to produce it as a plot. If you want to plot it out, but if you wanted the labels in the middle of the grid squares, again we could add an extra function to pick a grid text style and a label layer for that, and have the text automatically added for you. That wouldn't be hard to add to that command, but you'd need the rockpile commands to do that. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Just give me a call, 720-323-0481 if you want to discuss it. Thanks, bye.